Hey, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. My name's Jason, and that handsome looking right hand shoulder you can see off camera, that belongs to my good friend Jeff BTEoE, who's
Oh,
going to figure out any moment now that he's not lined up with the camera. Let's wait and see how long it takes him to figure out we can't see his handsome face today. In the meantime, how's all my favorite YouTube people doing
it's
tonight? The chat is
everything
quite
great.
lively already. It's great to see everybody here tonight, be it Damien and Ed Tuck and Marcus and both the people from Imperial Pulse, unless Brian's doing double duty and logged into two YouTubes at once. And in which case, if so, Brian, good job. Way to get the numbers up for us. It's a great time. I am feeling great today, my friends, because I am not dying anymore. I had a little bit of a bout with COVID a week ago, and that was not fun. It was my first time riding the vid, and yeah, it wiped me out pretty hardcore. So shout out to my good partner Jeff BTEoE, who I can see half of his face now. We're getting there, Jeff, slowly. I just imagine what the left side of your face looks like. No, now you're going the wrong way. You got to go the other way,
Yeah,
Jeff.
this is. I'm almost at the end of my camera here.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I can fix it because I remember last week I had
Yeah,
trouble, but I bet you this week I can probably fix it.
take a
Give
look
me
and
a
see.
minute
Let me
here.
center again. Take a look and see if you can recenter me because this is centered in my camera on my end.
Okay,
See if
give
you
me
can
just a
recenter.
second here,
No
and I will
problem.
see if I can do that. I bet you I probably can. It's just a matter of clicking the right buttons in the right order.
Hello, Madtown Hobby. I see you're there now. I'll be adding you to the list in case people forget while Jason's looking to see if he can adjust on his end. We have a magic spinning wheel to give you guys a nice prize at the end of the show. So just drop a line, have a chat with us in the chat box there, and I will add you. And I see Duelist entered as well. Let me add Duelist. Duelist. It's not working, Jason. Let me know, and I'll just move
Oh,
over to the
you just
camera
keep
again.
talking. I'm
Oh,
making
I'm
progress
camping.
slowly.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
I can't tell because I'm on a delay. So for my end, I don't know what's going on. I'm
Well,
just
nobody would know yet.
going on.
I'm doing it behind the scenes, and then I'll switch the camera.
Oh, the
I
magic of television.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I've almost got it here. I'm gonna
Okay.
fade over in about 10 seconds. You should see that I might have it a little askew. Your head might be a little wider than normal, but it's pretty close. You tell me how that looks. Does that look like your real face, Jeff?
It's close enough. I don't think anyone's going to complain.
Yeah.
I think it's. What do you guys think? I
If
think it's close
anybody
enough.
thinks you've gained weight, just tell them the camera and me added 10 pounds to you. It's my fault, not you. So
Sure, that's what I'll tell
yeah,
my
I've totally skewed your camera. That's my fault.
holidays.
So all right, and
That's
with
fine.
that,
I'm okay with it.
I think we're ready to begin tonight's live stream. Although I do see a bunch more people in the chat. I got distracted trying to make your handsome face look even better. And I haven't said hi to, Cardboard Cohorts. Great to see him. Madtown
Mhm.
Hobby, always great. Somehow having that illness fixed my microphone volume. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
It's because he can't hear. The ears are all plugged up, so he's yelling.
Right? I'm totally yelling right now. That's probably true. But yeah, I'm excited because I didn't get to join in the fun last week, and I had a little bit of live stream envy, Jeff. I'm not ashamed to admit that. That seeing you do the live stream and me just kind of, and I only was able to catch a few minutes of it at the end because I was so sick and in and out of consciousness. But it feels great to be back. Feels great to feel like myself again. Janice and
Yes.
I both had a rough go. Um, but I think that just makes you more grateful for your health when you come out of it at the other side. You're like, oh, yeah, life's pretty good all the time. I forgot.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you for
isn't
that
so bad.
reminder.
Don't worry that like I cut you off today. Don't worry about the
Right?
red light you
Yeah.
have to wait on. It's all right. It's not the
You,
end of the world.
you stop sweating the little things when you're
Yeah,
like worried you're going to die or like get worse.
exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
Well,
I didn't really get to see all the live stream last week. I know that I think that you revealed the Metamorphosis logo, and I
I
think you
sure
read
did.
the little blurb, the write up
I sure
about
did.
the next set.
Twice. Mhm.
And what else did you get to cover last week? Did you show off
Uh,
any sketch art or anything like that, or like?
yes. Showed off two pieces of sketch art. I wonder if I have a way to show them off here now for anyone who missed them. I don't want to mess up with the camera, so I'm not going to share that.
Fair?
They'll have to go
Yeah.
back and watch it. But it was
It took a lot to
something.
get me to get you to look
Yeah,
that good, Jeff. Don't make me redo it.
it was basically to whet your appetite for any of those that didn't see it. It was a familiar face and a new champion enters the arena. So it was two
Nice.
sketch arts that should get you a little interested in what's going on. And it's really amazing working with the artists, and I hope we can let you guys know who some of these artists are. Are we letting them know that today, Jason?
I believe that you actually dusted off your video editing skills this week and
Oh
sent
yeah.
me a video that may or may not reveal who all the artists are in the next set.
I can comfortably say I hate doing video editing. Oh my god, I hate video editing.
I love doing it. I just run out of time some days.
Yeah.
Speaking of running out of time, that's
Mhm.
all, folks. We'll see you next. No, just kidding. Um,
That's a good one.
Speaking of running out of time, though, today was a very hectic day for me. The store, our local store, is closed on Mondays, so I always like to dedicate Monday, basically morning to night, all to Genesis stuff. It's my day to kind of try and put on the president's hat and get some work done. But today it wasn't so much the president's hat as it was like a warehouse worker's hat because I was actively working on getting orders shipped out. Specifically, I'm happy to say that I got the entire restock order for Universal registered with Pure Later, and it's going to get picked up on Wednesday. That's already booked. Pure Later's going to come and get that, which means probably by Friday, because it's usually 2 day shipping between us and them. Probably by Friday, the wholesale in Canada will have the restock order, which means sometime next week, stores will be getting it. Any of the stores who have already placed reorders for Genesis products in Canada, you'll be getting your stuff. And if you haven't placed your orders, now'll be a great time because you'll get it fulfilled nice and quick.
Yeah.
Also, I did a ton of physical labor today getting the order for Germany prepared, which was a big deal because it was supposed to go out 2 weeks ago. And then our plan was to ship it to Germany via Pure Later, but then there was a couple glitches in getting our international shipping account opened. It took a little bit because they needed extra paperwork and stuff that, red tape, as it happens sometimes. And then, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, last week, Janice and I suddenly took very ill on the Sunday. So this entire past week, the store was closed. We were both recovering, sleeping a lot. So unfortunately, those two things combined out of nowhere kind of delayed the Germany order for almost 10 days, I'd say, total. And I was very frustrated, laying in bed sick, thinking I want to get this stuff out, and yet I'm not allowed to leave my apartment until I was safe. So, my apologies to Germany. Stuff got and the entire European Union that's going to be ordering from Yoda's data. It was unintentional, but sometimes these things happen out of the blue, and you get sick, and you got nobody else to fill in for you, and that's the case. So, I'm happy to share that when you do get your product in the near future, there will not be any COVID droplets on it because I am already tested negative for a few days, and today was the first day I handled it. So that is all safe. So I'm very happy to say that the product will be going very soon, maybe as early as Wednesday. I'm just getting the last details and paperwork for customs and that sorted out today. So hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday, it'll actually get picked up and then it'll be on its way to the European Union. And I'm very excited about that because I've heard a lot of great things and I've seen several people from Germany commenting online in videos and whatnot talking about how high anticipation is to get their hands on Invasion product. So I'm very happy that that's going to be happening soon. And of course, when Metamorphosis comes out later this year, we're aiming for a worldwide simultaneous release, and that'll be the way going forward for every set from now on.
Mhm.
Which is great, which means when the next set does come out, Metamorphosis, Germany and the rest of the European Union will all be getting their products in their stores at the same time as Canada, the US, and everywhere else. So, uh, we're making progress and I'm excited about it.
It's going to be great to see everyone get it at the same time because as we start our spoiler season, they're all going to be able to start doing their like theory crafting and things like that, and then it should hit everywhere day and date the same so that everyone can jump into it. There's no one sitting there waiting, right?
Yeah.
Waiting for something to arrive and going, oh, I just can't wait to hold the cards, to use them, to play with them. It's going to be really nice when our second major release gets out there day and date to everyone the same. I think that's going to be wonderful.
A really fun process. There's been a little bit of learning and establishing relationships with new partners. And our first rollout was the whole goal was just to do our best possible to try and get into people's hands in time for Christmas so they could enjoy Invasion product over wherever their Christmas holidays or other holidays were. And we got there. We got it done just barely in the nick of time for the States, but most people had their product before Christmas Day. And then now with this set, we have more of a relaxed schedule because we're kind of into the routine now, trying to get into the rhythm for what we're going to be doing tempo wise in the future. And it's
Mhm.
exciting that like we've learned a little bit every time we do anything, and it gets easier every time we do these things. So uh, Universal and Southern Hobby and Yoda's Data, all of our distributors should be listing Metamorphosis for pre-order in the next few days, because tomorrow I'll be sending the emails with all the information they need for Metamorphosis pre-orders to begin. So that'll be exciting. You'll be able to start getting your stores to pre-order very, very soon.
Damien's asking if we're going to start spoiling today. Not today,
No,
but
if,
without asking Jason ahead of time, I could see us starting to spoil in the next couple of weeks.
yeah,
Uh,
there's
we have to discuss a little bit, but yeah.
one character in particular who's got a new mechanic that we're going to be revealing that a lot of the set's going to revolve around, and I can't wait to reveal that. In
Yeah.
a perfect world, I'd love for us to be ready to reveal it next week, but all that's going to fall onto Jeff because he's got a lot of work putting the artwork with the text and all that stuff and making the cards look beautiful. So,
Yeah.
but it'll
Yeah.
be really exciting because we're going to reveal a pretty major mechanic reveal with our first spoiler of the season when that happens, and then I think we'll see the hype start to build pretty quick, which will be fun.
I think so. And I think it's yeah, I can't say more about it. I have to stop there. I don't want to put my foot in
Yeah.
my mouth, so I'm going to stop right there and say, yeah, it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be
Yeah,
really,
we
really
can't wait to share it. So the honest truth is, for Damien and anybody else wondering, we'd love to start spoilers as soon as possible. Might be next week, might be the week after, but we're looking forward to it almost as much as you, the players, are, because we're excited to share with you what's going on. We think you're going to love it, and we can't wait to see some reactions.
Ooh, I
Uh,
wonder. Cardboard cohorts thinks he know. I think he thinks he knows what the new mechanic might be, and I think he might be surprised because I don't think he does know what it is. I think he thinks it's something else. But you keep that in your back pocket, cardboard cohorts. Don't spoil anything yourself if you think you know what it is. Just see when it comes out, and then you can always lie and say that that's what you thought it was. I'll believe you, 100%. But yeah, spoiler season should start in the next couple weeks. In all honesty, Jason, we should have some stuff ready to go. Like you
yeah.
said, maybe not next Monday, but for the following Monday for sure. And then we can start rolling forward with a proper spoiler season as we go through it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
It feels like an exciting fresh start because we get to do the entire spoiler season from beginning to end. It's all under our control. It's all unique stuff that we've come up with, and I'm even
Yes.
more giddy for this set of spoilers than the last one, because this is kind of like our baby. This is
Yep.
the first set that's going to share some of our vision, and I just can't wait. I'm very excited. In fact, I can't wait so much. Let's do it now.
That's
Oh,
it's
if only
funny
it
because
worked that way.
Jason doesn't have anything there to show, even if he
No, I
wanted
don't.
to. It's
Yeah,
all sitting on my servers.
that's right. Yeah. Jeff knows. He holds on to the good stuff until it's time.
I
He
hold the
knows.
keys to the kingdom.
Yeah.
However, I'm very excited because part of spoiler season is showing off fantastic art. I
Yeah.
wonder if now is a good time to run that video and show them the artists that are signed on as
Yeah.
the main team, the main art team for the next set.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We can totally run that in a second. And people, if you
Okay.
have favorite Genesis artists, you can watch and see if your favorite artists are back for the next set. How many new names are going to be in the video? Is it one new artist, or like,
Are
I
there
don't
new
know.
ones?
I
I
think
don't
there's at
even
least one. I guess we'll have to watch the video to find out.
know.
So, without any further ado, let's check out what artists are involved in the next set, and we'll be back in, how long is it, Jeff? About a minute or 2 minutes?
I think it's about 2.5 minutes,
All right, so
something
we'll
like
be
that.
back in about 2.5 minutes to get everybody's reactions to who the new artists are. And there's no new art being revealed in this video, right? It's just examples of art they've done before, kind of thing, right, Jeff? So
Exactly. Yeah.
we're not trying to trick anybody. You'll see a lot of familiar art, but it's going to be fun to share. All right, here we go. Let's check out the new artists and returning artists in the next set. Ooh, that video is kind of a cliffhanger. It's just going, 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 and then cut to black. I was like, wait,
Yep.
is it over? Is- well,
It
that was
just
pretty
ends
cool.
all of a sudden.
Bunch of returning artists, including one who you welcomed back, who had
Yeah.
previously contributed, and of course a new artist as well. And I
Yep.
gotta say, I was excited just because some of those artworks that they've worked on before are some of my favorite Genesis artworks. So I'm
Yes.
very excited to see some great artists coming back, and can't wait to see how the ones that have brought us art before have evolved. Because it seems like all of the artists that we work with, they keep continuing to take like leaps and bounds and stuff. And it's just great to see how they keep growing and whatnot. Over in the North of Exile YouTube, I see It's Me Ebby in the chat there. Hey, it's me Ebby. Hope you're having a good time. Jeff's a little confused, but that's because we're live streaming on two channels at the same
Yes.
time.
Oh, I
On my
remember that now. Yeah, the system set up,
yeah,
which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Um,
I
Brian
agree.
loves
It
it.
is perfectly fine to be on more than one YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Jeez, Jeff.
Uh,
We're not
Cardboard
elitists here.
Cohort
We'll
has
let
asked
everybody
if
tune in.
it's constants from Insomniac. There are three constant swangs, all spelt very slightly differently.
Oh,
So if it's HUANG, that is not the constant swang we've got. We've got HOUANG. So
yeah.
just to let you know, there are a couple with a very similar name. So it may not be the same one you're thinking of. I'll have to look and see and double check that. We just fell in love with her art, and she was excited to work with us, so we were excited to work with her. I think she's got a great style that fits really, really well with some of our stuff, and so far has fit in really well with the art team. We've all been chatting together and working. Will Kemp wants spoilers. No
Not
spoilers for
yet.
you, Will.
Not yet. Another shout out over on the North of Exile YouTube channel to Larry Secord, who just followed us. People love that Genesis content anywhere they can find it.
That would have been. Oh yeah, it would have been crazy if it was. Yeah, no, I believe it's a different constant swang. Is it similar art style? It might be the same one, but I don't think so. I think we've got our own constants. Don't worry. And she's doing some
Yeah.
phenomenal work for us. Really, really good work.
Oh, I
And
can't
there may
wait for
be a
people to see
couple.
the first starts. Oh, Jeff, it's great.
You know what,
Great
Jason? And
art.
there may be a couple little surprises down the road too. I'm still working on a few things that I can't say any more than that about, but there might be a few surprises outside of
That's
that
really
video.
cool.
I'll leave it at that.
Speaking of surprises, I think the next chapter of lore is going to go up tomorrow. Jeff read it a week or two ago, but I hadn't put it up yet because obviously I got distracted with other things. But there's some key interesting things that are going to be very relevant in the lore of the future of the game that are going to get alluded to in that chapter that's going to go up tomorrow, including a little bit of a post-credits scene tonight, a quote, I should say, at the end of the credits tonight, which will also mention some key characters and a key location that's going to be featured a lot in the future. So I'm very excited. I've got this great in so much as size, this huge inspiration and story in my mind that I'm just dying to get out on paper. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. You know what? I love it too because I'm so engrossed in the artwork now and this side of it that someone else taking the story and running with it is phenomenal. I just love reading it and seeing where it's going and what's happening on the story side of things. It's really, really entertaining. I love it a lot. I really, really do. Not just because it's our story, because Jason's coming up with it. I just really like it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to do some spotlight cards in the future that feature moments from the story, kind of like other games have done. I love
Yep.
that concept of tying the lore to the actual artwork and the vision for the future. I think we're gonna really have some fun things to enjoy in the future for sure.
Cardboard Cohorts actually brought up a good point there. He's doing a 3-part video or 2-part video. I know the second part you're
Yeah,
working on
I
right now. I
think
think
he said it was
three.
going to be a two-parter, the before us and the after us kind of vibe.
See, okay, so a 2-part video. The second part's coming up soon, talking about Genesis. So if you don't follow Cardboard Cohorts, go follow them.
Well, why don't
Follow,
you? Come on
yeah.
now.
Why
You
don't
got to
you? What's wrong with you?
up your following game. Clearly, the guy deserves a follow. Follow him.
Madtown
Don't follow
Hobby
him
is another
home.
one.
I
Don't
I did
follow him.
that one time.
No, no,
Don't
no.
follow him home. I did that to Jeff one
Oh,
time. He didn't like it. But
I did
follow
not.
him online. Jeff
Not at
said
all.
follow me, and I got confused. And next thing I know, his kids were like, "Daddy, why is that strange man in the parking lot?" So I don't do that anymore. But definitely follow Cardboard Cohorts. That guy's cool. So he
Oh,
had a
and
really interesting video for those who haven't seen it yet.
yes,
It's a really interesting video where he kind of talked about the rise and fall of Haunted Castle Gaming. I think that's a fair summary, the rise and fall of it. And I talked a little bit about the transition phase of where we got involved, but only dabbled in it a little bit. And I think the next video is going to be mostly about things that have happened since we took over, and I think it's
All
going to be
about you,
really fun to
Jason.
watch.
Next video is all about you.
No,
No.
no, he knows
I
you
also.
better than me. If anything, you'd be the spotlight.
Oh,
Uh,
he interviewed me. I made up a bunch of crap about you for him to just go
oh,
off on.
that's great. A lot of good things then. That's awesome.
Sure, sure, we'll go with that. Don't watch it. Never mind.
Follow
Well, while we're
Madtown.
talking
He's
about the,
cooler.
yeah, I was gonna say
Madtown
I
is
want
pretty
to
cool
shout out
too.
Madtown as well. Follow Madtown Hobby. He does some great videos. So do the Imperial Pulls guys. They're up. They were chatting up earlier, and oh shoot, what's the one that Marcus and Aaron do? What's theirs
Well,
called?
Aaron's is in the works, which is really
Aaron's.
cool.
Aaron's is in the
Yeah,
works. Sorry, I thought
that's
Marcus did it with him, so it's just Aaron's. Okay, in the works.
well, Marcus has been featured on it, but it's Aaron's
Oh,
channel and he
Aaron's
rotates through a bunch of people. So Joe's been
perfect.
featured
So in
on
the
in the
works.
works, and Marcus has, and I
Okay.
think I got my butt kicked on it at least once.
Oh, nice. Oh, maybe
I
I'll
know
have to
that
be on.
because he always wins. So Aaron's
Yeah,
Aaron's a
Aaron
really
usually
good
wins.
player.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so
That's
there's like in Chrono Walkers, that's a good point.
oh, the
Madtown
Chrono
Hobby in the
Walkers.
chat. Yep.
Wow, I'm gonna get in trouble from Shahan if I forget to mention the Chrono Walkers. That's right.
Well, it's great
Uh-oh.
that there's so much content out there now. Some people like Aaron within the works is focusing just on gameplay.
Yep.
Imperial Pulse has been pretty diverse. They've done some gameplay, they've done some box openings, pack openings, supporting other games as well. Madtown Hobby is the one I'm kind of missing, though, to be honest. It feels like it's been a while since he's did a video,
Yeah,
and I
that's
keep
actually.
checking. So,
That's right.
not
Yeah.
to put any pressure on the guy, but I enjoy his videos, and I haven't seen one lately. So hopefully he does something soon.
I'll put him on blast. You have 48 hours, at which
Oh,
time
jeez.
something's gonna happen. I don't know. No, you don't have 48 hours. Take your time. When you're ready, go ahead and do something. I love watching your content, so it's just eager to see it, sort of thing. Eric L, hello. I'm gonna add you to the list here.
Chrono Walkers have been slacking too. That's right. I
Oh,
wouldn't mind some more Chrono Walker videos. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you know what? I wish one of the Chrono Walkers was in the chat right now so I could give him a piece of my mind to get moving on that, Eric.
Well, and the thing too is they have a really unique take to the way they did content. Like
Yes.
they were really doing deep dives into like one or two cards at a time. And there was definitely a market for that content. People were talking about it a lot. There was a bit of buzz going,
Yep.
and then they just kind of took a break, unfortunately. So hopefully
I,
they
I
get some more out.
I think life got in the way because as that happens to most of us at times. So
Well, I know what that's like.
um,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah, for sure, right? Well, yeah, especially being sick, right? The last little bit, we are coming off the holiday
Yeah.
season still. I know we're towards the end of January, but it's a long run to kind of get back into the swing of things. So,
Yeah.
Eric, no pressure on you and Shahan there, but when you're ready, I mean, especially now that Rumiana's back, she did the original Chrono Walker art, right? So that's something
Oh,
to talk
yeah.
about
It's like
for
it's meant
sure.
to be.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Oh, and Madtown Hobby has his own surprise cooking that's kept him busy. That's exciting to hear. I wonder what it'll
Ah,
be.
I'm really excited for that, actually, Madtown.
Yeah.
I've got you on bell notifications. Well, mind you, I shouldn't say that. I've got all these people on the bell notification to notify me, ring the bell and all that stuff. And half the
Yeah.
time it doesn't pop up. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I miss most Imperial Pulse Sunday nights. It never pops up and notifies me. The only time it notifies me is when they're having connection issues. And it doesn't work that night. I'm like,
Yeah.
unbelievable. I don't understand YouTube. So hopefully I get to catch all your stuff because I really do want to watch all your stuff. I love seeing it.
Yeah, Cardboard Cohorts. I'm thrilled to see that you got a bunch of views right off the hop. It was good content, so I'm not surprised. I'm sure that it'll get passed around a bit, that link,
Yep.
the way they do on the internet. And then for Brian, I also love that all the channels kind of have their own different approaches to what they get out of the game, what they like to focus on in the game. There's some nice, diverse content for the game. And I know Jeff and Janice and myself, we all really appreciate all the time that all of these awesome content creators have been dedicating to promoting the game and letting people become aware of it. It's an exciting time. The community's growing. The content out there is growing. Things are going really well. I love it.
We need Shockwave back. He had his finger on the pulse of the of the industry of like the sales side of things and all that. He was getting a lot of information on product pricing and selling and movement of old material and all that. I'm sure he's got some good stories from alpha stuff and things like that, or beta stuff that he's seen move around in the market.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a chat with him and Joe, because I know Joe from Imperial
Yeah.
Pulse has done a lot of
Yeah.
research and a lot of past stuff. I'd love to see those two get together. So Brian, because I see you're in the chat, you make that happen. Get Joe
Well, I think
and
Joe's still in the
Shockwave
chat.
to
At
talk
least
to
he
each
was
other.
earlier. So, because Joe was Imperial Pulse tonight in the chat. So,
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, he'll join later as Joe, so he gets entered in the wheel twice. I think I figured out his plan here. He'll play as Joe in
What a
4.
scam. Yeah.
So he's a content creator after my own heart. I would do the same. I would do the exact same. 4 different logins. Let's get it all going. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah,
Over in
Will,
the
hey,
other
you can do a stream. Why are you holding back for? I don't answer your notifications because I expect to see a YouTube video where you ask me the questions. So, like Hank Green and his brother do, if you're familiar with those two, they do questions and stuff back and forth. So you start a video stream.
over in the chat on the other channel, the
Yep.
North of Exile Games YouTube, it's me, Abby, is asking the question about TCG player soon. And just to let him know, it's me, Abby, just to let you know, it's still something that's going to happen. It's just not going to happen right now. Amongst other things, there's a big financial cost to getting listed with TCG player. So we're going to put that off, hold off on that until the time makes sense when we could take the amount of money that's going to take to get listed on TCG player and have it not impact our release schedule at all. We don't want to slow things down. We want to keep the money going to getting the new cards printed and into stores as quick as possible. And I'm not even going to put a date on when I think TCG players can happen, but I will say that our community growth and our sales projections have been growing quicker than expected. So it won't be forever. If we can keep the momentum going that we've got building now, I think things are going to really start uh, going up exponentially for us.
Yep, I agree, and I think that's the right take on it there for sure. Is that it's not off the table. It's just not there right now.
Yep.
We got to get the product out and get the game running. I mean, our next is Metamorphosis and
Yep.
organized play. I believe we're working on too. So we're
Yep.
trying to get that ball rolling. Once we've got that in a good cycle, then we can really start talking about these other options that are more of not the outliers, but more of these other steps to take.
Yeah, and organized play, we always said that we were hoping it would, we'd have organized play ready to roll out by the time Cataclysm releases, which,
Yes.
as we discussed last week, is the name of the set after Metamorphosis.
Yep.
So we're right on schedule so far. I do think that, assuming that our software is completed in time and holds up to all the debugging and testing that it'll take to make sure it works right, I do think we'll have it ready by the time Cataclysm releases later in 2024.
Yep.
And that's all I'll say for now. I don't want to nail down a specific date, but I think it'll be out and in time for stores to use by the time Cataclysm releases. So that's exciting. Over on North of Exile Games YouTube channel as well, we got another follower, Frederick Duggan. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following us tonight. We are talking about Genesis Battle of Champions, which, in case you don't know, is Canada's very own collectible tactical card game. It's played in stores all across Canada, all across the US, and we're getting into Germany and the European Union as well. So lots of exciting things going on. The game is growing fast, and it's a great time to get involved in Genesis. In fact, just this past weekend on Saturday, we had Jeff. Do you remember our very talented young artist who did that Erica artwork, and I showed it off? Well, she came back with her dad Jeremy, and she came back with a young friend of hers. And that young friend brought their dad, and the dad came just planning on hanging out and watching the young girls play the card game. He's a former Magic player, he used to be really big into Magic. And I think it caught him really off guard how much he liked the game because he's a huge chess fan as well. So when he saw how it was kind of like a Magic or other trading card game combined with chess on the board, he got really hooked. And needless to say, by the end of the night, he wasn't just leaving with free starter decks, but he dropped $50 on our brand new Genesis playmat while he was there too.
You know what's funny, Jason, is I hear so many people describe Genesis differently. Sorry to cut you off there, but I'll
No,
hear
not at all.
it's like Magic and chess. And then I hear someone say, but I don't like chess. And then you show them the game and they play it and they go, oh, it's nothing like chess. It's like Magic and this. And then you tell someone else, oh, it's like Magic and a miniature game. Oh, I don't like miniature games. Oh, wait, it's like Magic and chess. I love this game.
Yeah.
It's funny to see how everyone, because it is a mixture of trading card game, miniature game, chess game. And these people just find their niche in it of what they like. Because I've heard people adamantly tell me, I hate chess. I'll never play a chess-like game, chess, checkers, those sorts of things. And they love Genesis.
Yeah.
Or people that say, I love chess, and then they love Genesis. So it's just funny how it fits into that niche for everyone.
Yeah, it's a really neat hybrid product because the certain aspects appeal to people who love tabletop games because it's point-based deck building where there's no card limit. You can just spend points how you want. And then, of course, it appeals to Magic players and other similar card games because, we're casting magic spells and we're summoning creatures and building an army kind of thing. And then it definitely appeals to chess players because that grid style board, is it safe to move into the square? Oh, no, I didn't see that guy over there and he just killed my guy. So it's
Yep.
this really neat hybrid crossover game. And I honestly feel like Genesis has so many different good things going for it and so many great aspects, the best aspects of different types of games combined together into one. It's really hard to find somebody who doesn't wind up loving it because there's something in it, in the game itself, mechanically for everyone.
This is
Uh,
very
which I love. That's what drew me into the game is the broad appeal of it. Another question coming in from the chat over on North of Exile is, do you have a list of sites or shops buying, trading, or selling singles online? I don't have a list of that per se, but if you do take the time to visit genesisbattlechampions.com and check out the store locator there, you'll find about 45 or 50 stores listed online that are all carrying sealed product. And if you want to reach out to some of them and send an email to see if they have singles available or just check out their websites, all that information is available on the store locator at genesisbattlechampions.com. And I'm sure you'll be able to find a few stores that are carrying singles. It's getting bigger as it goes for sure. And we're getting more stores all the time.
I just see in the chat here, Cardboard Cohort saying Will should do a nice video that says, "Hi, I'm Will K of Genesis," and then the stream ends. I would really love Will to say, "I'm Will K of Genesis, and here's everything I know," and then it just goes to the color bars for like 15 minutes and a loud beep sound, and then it ends. I think that would be clever. It'd be very funny. I would laugh, and I would definitely give it a like. So, Will, if you got nothing to do over the next couple of days, put that together. I'll do a little thumbs up for it if that's worth it to you. But yeah, our store locator there covers everyone. We're also still getting in names as new stores order from the distributor, so we'll be able to add them to it. Once product gets to Germany, we'll be able to do that across the EU as well, and then just keep spreading from there. And you'll have access to all these different stores. And yeah, just touch base with them. Most of their contact info is on there. Get in touch with them, see if they carry the singles or anything like that for sure.
I'd carry the singles at my store, but unfortunately I'm so swamped right now just trying to ship stuff out and improve things and answering emails, and I'm like I'm running
Yep.
myself a little ragged some days just trying to keep up with everything, but it's exciting. It's a fun
Oh, it is.
fun
It's a lot
game
of
to
fun.
try and juggle it all and keep everything on track. So
For sure. Will's going to walk away with 15,000 views on a 1-minute informationless stream. Oh, that's funny. That's true. That's so true. So, do we have any other questions in the chat? By all means, drop them in there because we're at that point now. It's kind of that in-between point where Metamorphosis is getting done. We're going to have spoilers shortly. Cataclysm is starting its design. So that's moving that direction. And we're in that bit of a, I don't want to call it a lull, but that little quiet period where people are playing Metamorphosis or playing Invasion and waiting for the next thing to come. So we're right in that middle point here. So there's not a lot of stuff that we can share. I mean, I know we've already hit, we're after 7:30, so we've been on this for almost 40 minutes now. So we're talking a lot, but there's not a lot we can share per se now. So if you have any questions, ask away and we'll answer whatever we can to keep you guys engaged. Love the chat lighting up like it does.
I got a question, Jeff. Do we know how many new champions, like characters that have never been seen before in the game, are going to be in the next set?
Ooh. Would you like it if I told you? Hold on, let me open it up here. Let me open up the doc and let you know. There it is. How about if I tell you? Yes, I can tell you how many champions are new.
Okay.
We have 1, 2,
One. Oh, okay.
3.
Tease.
Sorry, I'm counting them. 4 new champions.
4 new champions. All right.
4 brand new champions.
I am not going to ask how many champions there are total because I don't want to give everything away. Will there?
That's a good idea.
There will be some champions probably coming back either as a reprint or maybe as a new version of an old character. We're not going to say anything like that tonight, but it's going to be fun. And I have a message for Will since Will Kemp's in the chat right now. I just wanted to let you know, Will, that big box of bulk Genesis cards that you gave me has went to very great use. There's just in the last, what was it, 3 weeks ago that you guys were up here? In the last 3 weeks or so, I've given away about half of the cards that Will had gave us. He gave us this giant box of bulk to 4 Genesis players who are all brand new, and they've all been extremely excited to leave the store. So excited about this game they just discovered. They couldn't wait to play it. We gave them the free starter decks and a ton of cards for each of them so they could go home and customize them and build brand new decks. And yeah, Will, your bulk made a lot of people very happy. So thanks.
See, Will, we told you not to worry about your bulk. Don't listen to what people tell you. Your bulk is fine. Don't worry. They're making fun of my math skills here, Jason, in the chat. So
Oh, are they?
I had to make fun of Will back on that front. So
Oh, okay. So all right, he had it coming. Were you guys able to give my packs away from when I won a couple of weeks ago to a young patron of the store? We didn't do it this past weekend because I only had 1 or 2 young kids there. It was a small turnout because we had just reopened the store. This weekend, when it's busier, because we usually get 10 or 12 people, I'll make sure to give out your packs to some young people this weekend. I didn't want to just give them to the one kid that was there. I want to spread them out when there's a couple kids there. So that'll be this
nice.
this coming Saturday. But our
Give
turnouts
more
are great. In Midland, at least, our turnouts are really great. Genesis crowds are doing really well.
Damien, if you're still in the chat, how are they going down around your way? I know Forbes, right? Forbes always had a decent turnout too. I wonder how you guys are doing out that way. And Will too. I don't know where you play right now, Will, but I'm assuming we're getting good turnouts because we're getting reorders on products, so it's got to be turning out well.
Yeah.
And on a side note, cardboard cohorts, I hope the cleanup's been going well in your area there and people are able to get back to these game stores and game and have fun. I know they were hit by a tornado not too long ago and there was a big cleanup effort. I hope it's at the point where people are able to get back to the table and have some fun again, not just worrying about cleaning up the mess.
Yeah, I know that he had said right after it had hit that at least one of the stores actually had to shut down because of damage. I'd be very curious to know if that store's been able to reopen yet or not. I'm not sure if it's the one he normally plays at, but I'm just also curious as to how the rebuilding and reopening is going in your area.
Oh, Damien got sick as well, unfortunately. Yeah, it's that time of year. We're going to have a few sick here and there that's going to knock everything out, but yeah, that's good. You'll have double the turnout this week to make up for it. Store's still closed, unfortunately. Okay, I know there's another local store to him that he's been trying to play at a bit too and getting a lot of interest in it there, so that's great. And these are only the couple stores that we know people that frequent. I know there's a lot more out there. What do we have? We have over 50 on our list, right? So yeah, that store's where people are playing for sure.
I'm curious, just because I enjoyed Cardboard Cohort's video, I want to ask him a question about his recent Genesis video. I'm curious because I'll be honest with you, I didn't go back and watch any of your old videos. I watched that one and I really enjoyed it. But I'm curious, do you traditionally, when you do your videos, Cardboard Cohorts, do you purposely leave it dark in the room? Because it was pretty dark, and I was just curious if that was like an aesthetic because you love your werewolves and whatnot, and I thought maybe like he's trying to go for like a dark, mysterious look with the lighting, or if it was just like I don't feel like getting out my ring light today. I'm just gonna go au natural in the shadows with it, or I'm just very curious. So let me know. I'm always I enjoy all the content out there, but I was just wondering if that was a deliberate like setting the mood to talk about Genesis with the lights down low, or what was going on there. Also, does Andrew's wife play? I'm curious. Has he ever said whether or not his wife plays card games?
Yes, they do play games, I believe. I don't know if they play TCGs in particular, but he does have the Cardboard Cohorts as a group of him and some friends that do play together. Their channel used to be them opening boxes, playing games together, talking about stuff, things like that. I was doing a reason for the video. The topic was death of a... Oh! So it wasn't just that. It was a clever idea. I like that.
That's cool. I like it. That's cool.
That worked out well. It did seem somewhat ominous and very somber. That's the word I was looking for. It was very somber, which was great.
Yep.
So I'm assuming your Genesis one that you do, the part 2, is going to like for ours is going to be like
spoilers.
Just blindingly bright.
No spoilers,
really,
Jeff.
Really
no. Don't ask for spoilers.
I'm assuming
Jeff.
It's going to be super. No, I'm just assuming it's going to be super bright if it's the complete opposite, right? That was the death and this is the birth. I don't know.
you won't be happy unless there's a disco ball shining everywhere, will you, Jeff?
Oh, Jason, let me tell you, I've been in this house almost 20 years now, and I've spent that whole time trying to figure out where's a good place to put a disco ball in my house. And My wife says nowhere, even though I keep trying,
Oh,
and she's telling me nowhere.
So Andrew says his wife does play HeroClix. That's interesting because I would think HeroClix fans, Genesis would appeal to them. It's not a minifigure on the board taking damage, but it's a card. Interesting. That's cool.
Will's
Imagine
helping
being
me with math.
imagine being
Sorry.
so cool that you have a wife that plays HeroClix. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I can't get my family to play games. I'm
Well,
just
your wife's just so happy she married somebody so famous and beloved all around the world that like
oh, now you're getting me in trouble again, Jason.
Geeks
No
First,
shared
welcome to
duty
the
now. I'm gonna be
chat.
doing dishes.
How does one get a box to see the changes compared to the original GBOC? What would that mean? Like, how does one get the old product? Because, like, the old product's still available. Although I guess it's not in the States yet, is it? It will be, because Southern Hobby's going to start carrying the old product in the States.
Or if you're looking for the new stuff, then you just go to the new stuff. Just go to our store locator. Go to genesisbattleofchampions.com. There's a section there for the store locator. You can find all the stores in the US that
Or
have it
Canada.
there.
I don't know if
Or
he's
Canada.
in.
Sorry, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know where you are. Sorry, you might be in
yeah,
Canada. I'm sorry. I jumped to a conclusion there. But yeah, you might have to wait for the restock both in Canada and the US, unless your local game store actually has some in stock, which they might. Some of them might have over-ordered.
yeah.
Not
I don't
over-ordered,
know.
might have put in the order to have inventory. But by all
Yeah,
means, check on there. If you don't mind sharing, tell us roughly where you're located, and some people in the chat might actually know an LGS to you that they can recommend.
yeah, for sure.
If you're comfortable dropping that in the chat, go right ahead.
Hey, Timmy T, welcome to the chat tonight. Nice to see you here, along with all the other people. It's been an active chat tonight.
Oh, Timmy T, I thought you were here before, and I.
Home of Gen Con. Is that the one in Indianapolis? Is that Gen Con?
Yes, home of Gen Con. That's a great way to be like not direct with it. I like that. I like that subversiveness there. Yeah, Indianapolis. So, did anyone in the chat know a store in Indianapolis that he could go to? If not, by all means, jump on our store locator and find your nearest one. It'll find your nearest one for you. Most of them ship. Jacob is always mysterious. Well, not anymore. Now that you told us his name is Jacob. Now he's not mysterious at all. Although I'm assuming Geeks isn't his last name, unfortunately, so it's going to still be hard to find just some random guy named Jacob from Indianapolis. I'm sure there's more than one. Oh, did my video cut there, Jason?
I'm having a little trouble with my computer for a sec. Sorry about that. There we go.
Worries at
Yeah,
all.
you're back. I snuck
back.
over for a second to check the store locator, but then my Google crashed, and I'm like, okay, I'll worry about it later.
You originally saw the game for Joey. Do you want me to pull up the store locate? Well, no, I wouldn't have to do a live store locate for Geeks First. You can go look at it. If not, we'll be here all day finding local stores for everyone on the list.
Yeah.
I hate. Sorry for little pet peeve here. I don't know if it's on everyone else's too, but on the chat, there's that little heart there that means everyone's comment. I can't read the last part of their line.
Yeah,
there.
what is up with that stupid heart? It's so annoying, eh?
No way to get rid of it that I know of, unless someone does. Because sometimes you'll see we don't answer you right away because I can't see what you said. Yeah. Like there, Mr. Geeks the First. It's ceremonial. I had no idea the word ceremonial was there. Yeah, it said cereal. So yeah, if anyone knows how to get rid of that heart, please let me know because it's in the way. Yep, Geeks First is looking. Are you also will this go to online sellers or only brick and mortar? Right now it's brick and mortar. Yeah. Right now distribution is through brick and mortar stores. To get it distributed.
One of our core values at Genesis and one of our core goals is to make sure that we support local game stores and the people behind local game stores. It's important. I've talked a lot in previous live streams about how, because I personally own my own local game store, and I've known what the struggle's been like for the last 4 or 5 years for the small margins, and it's a labor of love, and you don't open a game store to try and get yourself rich. That's for sure. You do it because you care about the community and you just want people to have a fun, safe place to play. So that's why that's one of the core reasons why we've restricted sales of new product strictly to just brick and mortar stores, because we don't want them to go the way of the phone booth and have brick and mortar stores be a memory. So There is a conscious decision and an ethical reason behind why we want to support brick and mortar stores, and our goal is to hopefully make Genesis an affordable game, one of the most affordable games for the customers, but also, and this is where it's hard to thread the wire, but we're doing our best we can to also make Genesis one of the most profitable games for the local game stores so they can enjoy a little bit more of a margin, a little bit better breathing at night, resting easy, not worrying about how they're going to pay their bills and their staff. And that's the needle we're trying to thread here. We want the stores to be really profitable, and we still want our game to be affordable and preferably better price than our competitors. So
Yep.
That's the goals and the motivation there.
Yep. That's where we land that way. Again, that heart's getting in the way. Geeks first. I can't read that whole sentence you just wrote.
I sadly got in the last weeks of former owner. That was odd. Former owner. I imagine Geeks is saying that they got into Genesis right at the time the former owner shut down, being Haunted Castle Gaming. That's what I'm taking out of that. And if that's the case, you're not the only one. There's actually a couple local game stores that had just signed up and placed orders with the old company, and then in at least one case that I know, the product didn't even get shipped, which made me mad. So we as a company came good on that and took care of the stores that got ripped off by the old company. So
we've done the best we can to make good on that, to show people how positive we are on the game stores and getting them involved, because that's where people go play, right? I mean, they can play a kitchen table, they can play anywhere, but the game store is your lifeblood in your neighborhood, hopefully.
And the thing I love about a local game store is, you're right, you can totally play at home with your friends at the kitchen table, and that's always fun. But you're never going to meet new friends in your own kitchen.
Right.
You can only meet new friends who also love your hobbies if you have a local game store to go and play at and actually meet new people. So that's why we care a lot about that.
Yep. And that makes a lot of sense. That's I still have some pretty close friends from when I first started playing. Well, me and you, Jason, met playing games at your store. That's where we met.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for your store, we never would have met. We wouldn't be here doing this right now. So
what are the odds of that?
Yep.
You would have never thought when you first came to my store, especially because that day we were closed and filming a TV show, you would have never thought that day that we'd wind up being friends and eventually business partners years later. It's funny how things worked out.
I went to 3 stores that day, Jason, to try and find whatever magic product I was trying to buy. And I think you were the last one I went to, only because it was on my route as I was driving north towards you guys. And when I went there, I opened the door. I go, why is the door so hard to open? There's something blocking it. When I pushed it open, you were in the middle of filming a video. And my heart sank because I felt bad. I'm like, I interrupted their video. But you're about an hour and a half away from me. It was an hour and a half of driving with 3 stores that didn't have the product I wanted. And you were the last stop on it because I was turning around at that point. And I'm like, this sucks. What a day. And now in the end, it actually worked out and we're way ahead of the game, which is great.
Yeah, in the end, it worked out. Life works in mysterious ways.
Yes, it does. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure. I'm just going to go through the list here, if you guys don't mind. I'm going to read off the names I have on the magic wheel. Tell me if I've missed anyone. If you don't hear your name, drop a comment in the chat so that I do add you to the wheel. We have Imperial Pulls, Duelist, Edward T, Brian P, Madtown Hobby, Marcus P, Damien C, Cardboard Cohorts, Will K, Ebby, Eric L, Frederick D, Geeks First, Timmy T, and Jeremy H. I think I've caught everyone on both streams there.
Did you say Ed Tuck?
Edward T. Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I was listening to.
Edward T.
Okay, good. Nice.
Yeah, so if your name hasn't been mentioned, drop it in the chat. We're pushing on to 8 o'clock here, Jason, so we'll probably call it soon. A good hour-long stream is probably enough.
And did you get It's Me, Abby? Because It's Me, Abby commented in the other chat, so perfect.
I put him on there. And awesome. No, I got you on there, Will K. Don't worry. I mean, you're not going to win, but I got you on there. Not to worry. I got you on there 3 times, Will, just so you really lose badly. For those that don't know, Will is part of our development team. For those of you in the chat that don't know who Will is, this is why we're giving Will a bit of a hard time. He's part of our dev team.
Will is one of the beautiful minds who's currently designing all sorts of cards that you're going to love playing with in future sets of Genesis.
I would actually hazard and say he is the beautifulest mind. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative thing, but it's the beautifulest mind, if that makes sense.
There you go. All right.
Let me see if we can. Do you think we can switch over to the wheel? Do you think it's going to work? Do you want me to try?
Yeah, try. Let's see.
If it doesn't work, we'll turn the camera again after. But let's see if I can share. Oh, that's not. Ah, there. There's the share button. Share the magic wheel. Go live. Does that show up and replace my face or not?
Your face is gone, but it doesn't look like it's the wheel to me. It looks like it's. I'm not sure what I'm
That's
looking at.
lovely. Okay, so let's go back to it. Turn off the wheel. Is it not showing the wheel? And it's nothing that you have to go accept. Remember before you used to have to go and accept it and say, yes, yes, I want to view that shared
Oh,
screen? See if that pops up
oh,
on your
wait. Here
end.
we go. Yeah, there we go. Give me a second here.
Yeah.
I had to accept it, like you said. So
Ah, okay, okay.
let me get back here, and then
Now
just
you might not have to adjust it because I might just be able to shrink my screen down to make it fit, possibly. See if I shrink it. Does it actually change on your end or no? Is it
No, I
changing
think I'm going
anything
to
there?
wind up having to adjust it from the look of it.
You work your magic on your end then, and I'll just sit tight.
Yeah, it'll just take me a minute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were
Mhm.
doing a little Kia ad there or something. By the time we drag it over, but at least it worked. It got on the screen.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, sorry, it's just taking me a second. My mouse is always very finicky.
That's fine. That's you should feed it
It's
more cheese.
I'm almost there. Come on, mouse. It's like there's one pixel on my screen, and if I don't get that exact pixel, it won't let me drag this edge. Come on. Well, Jeff, you got to entertain people while I do this. You're under
Oh,
pressure.
okay. Yes, that's right.
Come
Yeah,
on
because you're
now.
doing something right now. So,
This comes to you,
uh,
Jeff.
yeah, we've got some exciting stuff. You guys saw the video of the artist there. Actually, that's one thing we haven't gone over. I showed you guys this video of this artist. You guys excited to see these artists come back? I mean, we've got Philip, we've got Mario, we've got Mikhail, who've been there since like day one of Genesis, or at least I'll call it day zero from when Genesis became something. You've
Yeah.
got Dahlia, who was like a breakout success of the last set. Just people were so enamored with Dahlia's work. You've got Constance coming on board, who does phenomenal stuff. You saw her work there in the background, which is just exciting to see. Like it's gorgeous, gorgeous. Really fits a very specific style and aesthetic we're going for some of the stuff. And then you've got Rumiana coming back, who I know a lot of you love Rumiana's work. She worked on, I believe she was part of the alpha and beta stuff as well. She was on there early and did some
Oh, very
early
cool.
stuff, which is great. She did the early Chrono Walker image. She did Baruch, which is one of the most famous ones there, the original Baruch. What else did she do? She's done a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go through her list
All
of
right,
stuff.
Jeff.
Her
Here we go,
are
buddy.
miles. You got
I
it?
got
It's on screen?
I got a nice big wheel.
Okay, because I'm delayed on my end, so I don't see it yet. So as long as everyone else sees it, and there's
Oh,
no, oh
trust me.
wow,
Trust me, everyone can see it.
I can see it now, and that's massive. So I'm gonna hit the shuffle button 100 times here. And we're closing it all off. There's no one else on any chat that needs to be added. Shuffle, shuffle, and spin. Let's see what we get. Let's see if it's a close one like last time. That was crazy close. I don't know if you saw that. Oh, it was almost Geeks First right there. And is it? Oh, right between
Duelist.
Geeks First and Ebby, it was Duelist. Duelist picked it up. So congratulations, Duelist.
Congratulations.
Drop us a line on hello. Oh, that's what we haven't talked about yet. Hello at edgeofexile.com. Email questions. Contact us through hello at edgeofexile.com. And Duelist, definitely contact us at hello at edgeofexile.com because that's where, sorry, I'm in the middle of trying to stop my stream here. That's where we will get in touch with you to get you your product.
Yeah.
Yeah, Geeks First didn't know we were doing a giveaway. Every week, Geeks First, so
Yeah, all you
please,
gotta do is comment and you get a chance to win.
Yeah. Yep. Drop a comment there. Live stream has ended, but you guys really don't need to see my face. It's going to be a lot of work for Jason to go back to it. I think, at least, right? Poor Jason. He's just as we talked about getting better. This is probably the most talking you've done, Jason, in a week. So I think maybe we do need to call it. You're going to hack up a lung there, and that's not going to go well.
I'm still just recovering, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So when I get a tickle in my throat, I can't really do anything about it.
So maybe this is a good time. We've done our draw. We've or our magic wheel there. We've answered a bunch of questions, and you're about to die over there. So
I am
maybe we'll
about
run the
to
credits
die.
and call it a night.
I can't even get the stupid camera back to get your face on screen.
You know what? I'll move it from my end. I think that might have got me now. I think I moved it away from there. I might be on, sort of. And if I'm not, no? Am I on the wrong
no.
side?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
wait, more?
This is so
Is it just like
frustrating. Come on, screen.
this?
I can't. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get, Jeff.
That's fine.
Let's
I'm
just
okay
end
with it.
this. I can't fix it. My stupid mouse won't find the right spot on the screen. It's very annoying.
Oh, yeah, no, Geeks First, we have all this stuff set up, but it just, for some reason, it acts up every
Yeah.
Monday. We've done
Every
trials. Me and Jason have sat here and gone through this stuff, clicked through screens. Everything works fine in our testing. And then we go live, and that's what we get. That's showbiz, as they say.
Yeah. It's not like we have a tech person here doing it for us and we can just focus on the camera.
That's true.
Like
Yes.
it's we're trying to like do everything all at once, unfortunately. So
Will said it perfectly. It's not worth the effort for Jeff's face. He's 100% right.
there, it's a little closer, Jeff. There's more of your face now.
There's more of my face. Can you guys tell me if I have anything in my teeth? Is it that much more of my face?
No, it's not bad like that. It's when you do the wheel on Discord, your wheel's on the far right of your screen. And then when it goes back to your face is on the far left of the screen. And I have to
because it
like
pops up there. Oh yeah, I know why. Yep, I see it. And I don't think I can move that around. I can't adjust that from my end.
so then I have to like drag because I hide every part of the screen that I don't need people to see, right?
I think I have a
And
solution, Jason.
yeah.
If we share that at the same time at the beginning of our stream, you can set up a second screen that has that already centered on it. And then we just never
That's a
remove
smart
it.
idea. And then yeah, we'll just have both. Yeah, that's a really good idea, Jeff.
That's my idea for 2024. I don't have to have any other good ideas. We're done for the year. I'm happy. I got it out of the way early. Cardboard, Flesh and Blood. I'm sorry you've missed these. Yes. Work has been crazy for a lot of people, and I'm sorry to hear that it's been that crazy for you. So hopefully you can catch a few more of these going forward.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be
You
more
literally just missed
professional.
the wheel by like a minute. Unfortunately.
All right. I think I've almost got all of Jeff's face here. Almost. Here, let's see.
You're working so hard just to run the credits in a couple
I know,
seconds.
right? I want people to get what they want, right? I want the Jeff fans to get what they want. So there we go. That's as good as it's gonna get, folks.
That's good. I'm happy with that. They're not, but that's okay. Oh, there we are. Yeah, that's good. I can see it now on the stream. That's perfect. It worked out good now.
Yes, right. Now we can say goodbye. Poor Cardboard, Flesh and Blood just missed the draw.
Just missed it.
Better luck
but he
next
is
time.
local enough. Maybe he can come up on a Saturday, and because if he's working Monday night, maybe Saturday he's not, and he can come by and play at the store.
Or That'd Wednesdays. Nice. We're doing it twice a week right now. Yeah, right. Wednesdays and Saturdays. That's right. We're doing so good in Midland that we had to do it 2 nights a week for Genesis. So it's great.
It's the city that's so nice, they played the game twice. That doesn't work the same way.
I think it's the game so nice, we played it twice.
The game is so nice, we played it twice. There we go. That works. That works. Excellent. Well, Jason, if there's nothing else, we can probably sign off.
Oh, there is one last thing.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Sorry, I just noticed in the other channel's chat, It's Me Abby asked that they had left for a second. Did we do the next set name abbreviations? I think they're asking whether or not we revealed what the correct answer was. And the correct answer is the next set after Metamorphosis is called Cataclysm, not Cats and Tats, unlike whoever said that in the chat earlier. Yeah.
Or Cats Up. I don't know why.
Or Cats Up. Yeah. Yeah.
Despite my best effort to get it to be called Cats Up, it didn't work. It didn't fly, guys. Sorry.
You got downvoted on that one, unfortunately. All right. Well, I think that's it for this week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, for hanging out. We got a little sidetracked. We had a little bit of technical issues here and there, but we got to have some fun chatting with all of you, and that's always a blast. I love to see all the friendly faces, all the names in the chat. It's great. We had some great questions tonight. Jeff, thank you so much for your hard work on that video, sharing the announcement of who the artists are for the next set. Turned out really good. I like it. Stop trying to steal my job. You're making me mad. Mowing my backyard, mister. Don't be doing that. I like doing the video stuff.
I know, never
So,
again. I'm done.
all right.
I retired from I hung up my I hang up my video editing board.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll be back next week, same
Yes.
time, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, here on a couple channels on YouTube. We're available to be found. And I don't want to overpromise, but if there's any way possible, I know Jeff's going to work really hard to try and get some spoilers for next week because I know him and I are both, and Janice, who's also here off camera. I know we're all really, really excited to begin the spoiler season because we can't wait to share with you, the fans and the players, what the theme and the overall vibe is going to be for the next set. We can't wait to share it with you. Hopefully it'll be next week. If not, it'll be very soon thereafter. But needless to say, the game's doing great. The community is growing really fast. Distribution keeps placing reorders. We're selling the product. We're paying the bills. Life is great. It's a great time to be a Genesis Battle of Champions employee, and it's a great time to be a Genesis Battle of Champions fan. And on behalf of Jeff and Janice, I'd just like to thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody. I've lost Jeff just now. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he logged off or what's going on. But that's it.
Here.
Oh, he's there.
Janice
okay.
joined in, so I moved stuff around on the screen.
Okay. And that's it for tonight, my friends. Take care. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here again next week beyond the Edge of Exile. Bye, folks.
Bye.
And that's it for tonight, friends. Take care. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here again next week beyond. And I can hear Janice's audio.